One thing we don't get to talk about on this channel is the games we play outside of review, because we play a lot of games, read a lot of books, watch a couple of movies, and once in a while, touch some grass. No, we don't sleep a lot. So we figured that once a month we'd get together, put on our best Karsten Runquist costume, and let you know what we've been playing and what we think of it. Yes, this is just a thinly veiled excuse to talk about Tears of the Kingdom, but I also want to talk about some other stuff. Every year, my brother buys me a game for my birthday. Last year, that game was Elden Ring, which I still haven't played. This year, that game was Dead Island 2, and I have started playing this one. It's actually kind of a miracle that this game even actually exists. That one AirPods trailer came out 9 years ago. Now here we are. Is the game deep? Absolutely not, but look, you don't have to do much for me to have fun with a zombie game. There's a simple joy in drop-kicking zombies so far they go flying, or running around with an electric machete, and Dead Island 2 is exactly that. I'm having fun, and it's nice. Expect to see this one next month because I'm still at the start of the game, but I'm looking forward to seeing where it goes from here. On the topic of 9-year-old things, we have Mario Kart 8. I just cannot shake this game's grip on me. Until Zelda came out, my Switch was practically a dedicated Mario Kart machine. The ability to just hop in, play a few 3-minute races online, and then hop out cannot be understated. And the fact that it's still getting supported boggles my mind. My playtime is definitely dwindling in the face of other games, but you bet the second Wave 5 comes out, I'll be pulled right back in. Let's stick to this trend of multiplayer games for a bit. Fortnite still has me logging on almost every single day to do my daily challenges. I've said it before and I'll say it again, this is the live service game that respects your time the most. It's just so unobtrusive. I can get all of my dailies done in a single Team Rumble match and unlock myself some cool goodies. The Battle Pass doesn't feel like a chore, and you actually get XP bonuses if you don't log in. The gunplay is solid and I love the new map. Epic were fumbling the bag with the removal of trios until they got added back in last night while I was writing the script. So it is sorted out, but I was hoping it would get sorted out. And outside of all of that mess, Season 2 has been pretty great. I'm looking forward to Season 3 in a couple of weeks. Now for a game that doesn't respect your time. My relationship with Call of Duty has been a bit strained as of late. I've come to the realization that I like playing the game, but not nearly as much as Activision wants me playing the game. For Season 3, I've only really played on the double XP weekends. The new weapons are super fun, having the intervention back is really nice, and I think the maps are solid, even if I get Black Gold every single game for some reason. Hell, I even tried the DMZ mode, and it's pretty fun, but my heart will always be in those One Life core multiplayer experiences like Search and Destroy. These days though, I'm just finding that I don't have the urge to play that I used to, and man, I used to grind the older games. And whilst Modern Warfare 2 is super fun in my opinion, I only really feel like booting it up for a couple of matches of Search and Destroy on the weekend, but that's alright. It's better not to burn oneself out.
On a Saturday night.
One aspect of Call of Duty I never get burnt out on though is zombies, and I always come back around to Black Ops 3. As much as I dig Cold War's more chill setup, this is the premier zombies experience. It just hits that perfect blend between the simple loop of shoot some zombies, open some doors, turn on the power and go wild, and solve quantum mechanics with tentacles and a biro pen. I love it. This year I've been slowly whistling away at round 100 on every map. So far I've knocked out Revelations and Ascension, you know, the easy ones. I've had a couple of good games that ended in disaster, a few round 70s on Origins and a round 66 on Der Eisendrache, where my game decided to crash. I'm definitely planning to keep going, but progress will be slow. Before we get onto the piece de resistance, my partner, the lovely editor of these videos, has played some games too. I asked her if she wanted to narrate this part, and she said no. Anyway, here be games and her opinions.
Devil May Cry.
This was surprisingly good, and quite possibly the best Devil May Cry game. Dante is best boy because he's hot and has a motorcycle sword. Doggy. The controls here were a nightmare, but not enough to prevent the boyfriend from having to hear the word doggy about 1 billion times whilst he was trying to read. This is the second best zombie game after The Last of Us, in my opinion. It was a well-told story, set in a well-put-together open world that didn't feel like a chore to play. Except for the hordes, they were too hard, but I'm not going to skip them, damn it. Okay, big boy time. In the present day, I do not get hyped for games. I have been burnt too many times. My entire channel is about specifically not new games most of the time for this reason. Zelda was the exception, and good grief, they knocked it out of the park. We're going to be talking about this one for a couple of months, I bet, because I've somehow put 50 hours in 2 weeks and only done one temple. The amount of distractions from shrines, towers, caves, the depths, and other cool things to look at is astronomical. The fuse and ultra hand abilities are just too much fun to play around with, even if I'm garbage at building things. And overall, I'm just enjoying taking my time with this one, like I did with Breath of the Wild. I'm in no rush. I imagine I'll be done by 2025, when other people are building Harrier jets in this game. This whole package it's just magnificent and feels like a direct upgrade of Breath of the Wild in every way. It's a bit early to tell, but if I were to hazard a guess at future me, this will just directly replace Breath of the Wild on my top 5 of all time list. Breath of the Wild hasn't gotten any worse in my opinion, but it does feel a bit too similar to have both of the new Zelda games taking up 2 of those top 5 spots. So, that's May. I'd love to know what you think of this style of video. Just some short, more casual content at the end of every month. I think we'll always put the books we're reading and the movies we're watching at the start as like a fun extra, but if you would like some more in-depth perspectives on those things, let us know. We can definitely branch out a little bit with this, but don't worry, the main reviews will be staying the same as they always have. It's nice being able to talk about more games. They really are neat. Huh.